Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fish and chips, welcome back. Today we are in Trailmakers once more. I did do that one go-karting video, but we are back in Trailmakers, and today I'm showcasing my latest, I guess, series of builds, my F-4 Phantoms. So a little bit of history on this aircraft. It's an actual aircraft, the F-4 Phantom II. It was a two-seat, twin-engine, supersonic fighter. It was originally designed as a fighter, but usually found roles as, close air support, dropping napalm in Vietnam, among other things. I made 3 variants. I kind of did this tail design kind of based off of the Jolly Rogers livery, which I will probably show up on screen somewhere. I built 3 of them, and they are in chronological order. So this one right here is my first one, and then going on the line is the newer ones. I did start with this one as a base. So this is the base F4 that I had, and then I kind of built off of it for the other ones. So this is just a normal F4 Phantom 2. The specific loadout I did, it's up at the top in the name. It has the nose-mounted gun, and then it has the 2 wing-mounted gun pods, and 4 GBU-12s, which is kind of a GBU-12. Basically, in this game, it's just a dummy bomb. Just some dynamite with some detachable blocks, and yeah, so as you can tell, the canopy's open, right? So if I click T, closes the canopy, open and close the canopy, it's a toggle. I really like that, but here we are. I'm just gonna show how this flies. It flies pretty well. Gotta get up to speed, right? And then you kind of just hold, and boom, we're in the air. So we've got the retractable landing gear. And yeah, you kind of have to adjust a lot, but it just looks really good in the air. You can hear when I'm pitching up, I have a space thruster just in the nose area, I think right above the minigun in the nose, just kind of help with pitch, because it had really terrible pitch authority. But here we are. This is the F-4 Phantom. This is the first one I made, and this one is like an air-to-ground variant, right? So it has bombs, 4 bombs. So if I let go, obviously they're dummy bombs, so they don't have any tracking or guidance systems. But I unintentionally just hit the little patch of woods there. But yeah, and then of course we've got the insane amount of guns, just like that. You can slap on. Actually, in the F4E. You could use 4 guns. You could have 3 gun pods, 1 mounted on the stomach or the belly of the plane, and 2 mounted on the wings. And then, of course, the one that it comes with the plane. But yeah, this is the first one I built, and it took me a couple hours to build this. Straight of just working and trying to figure it out. I did add a back seat so a friend could hop in if they wanted to. But yeah, this is my first one that I built, and this is just basically a base model of an F4. The second one that I built, which is this white one over here, I tried to base off of a NASA project. Back in the day, I don't remember what year, but NASA had the bright idea of launching missiles from aircraft at satellites. They did some tests. Eventually, an F-15 was capable and able to do it, and it did successfully shoot down a satellite. But these anti-sat missiles were huge, and basically they had to modify the plane around it. So I have a big ol' anti-sat missile down there, and I slapped it to an F-4 Phantom and kind of painted it white, because NASA did have an F-4 Phantom, and I think they put canards on one of them, but it was really weird looking. But I just made a F-4 Phantom with a big old missile on the bottom, and kind of put that little NASA lore as a head cannon or whatever. But here we are. This one is also a bit of a different design, because it got pistons for the landing gear, so just so it can clear the fins of the missile. But basically I just detach the block, and that distance sensor activates the thruster on the back of the missile, and boom, there we go, successful mountain hit. Splash 1 mountain, or I guess that would be shack, because it's a ground target. But yeah, that is that. I mean, it's basically the same aircraft. Oof, yeah, rough landing. that's that one. This one is fun. I did go into the airborne expansion and get one successful target kill against one of the balloons, one of the small little gray balloons in the airborne map. Again, this anti-satellite missile is not, it does not have auto aim, but yeah, that's just an anti-sat F-4. And then the latest one I built, which basically was directly from the first one, the air-to-ground, it's the same thing, but I slapped, instead of bombs, I put like really small compact missiles. It's the same idea as the anti-sat missiles, but this one is just much smaller. I kind of modeled them after AIM-7 Sparrows, which were used by the Phantoms, so I did keep the piston landing gear just because I thought it kind of meshed better in the end, but yeah. Unfortunately, these are bound to the same thing, so right-click and both of them launch off. But yeah, they kind of just boom. Oh, that's a mountain. Okay. Yeah, one thing, if you do an air respawn, you do have to bring the gear back up, which is normal, but also put the canopy back down. It does provide a vertical drag, so that is annoying. Dude. Okay. Not the best flyer today. But yeah, this is basically what I did. I just did the same airframe and added a bunch of different loadouts. So I also did some like weaponizing of the P-51. I believe that was my second video. The P-51 that I made, I made it very good at air to ground, and I will show you guys that relatively soon. But yeah, these are my Phantoms, and now that I respawned, they are no longer on the ground, and also that was the worst landing ever. They're really hard to land. These are, they call them the Flying Brick. Fitting, very fitting name, just gonna say that. But yeah, these were my F-4 Phantoms. I hope you enjoyed. I really like this aircraft. I love this airframe, like, design, like, look-wise. It's beautiful plane. Functionality, not the best, but it did what it could. And it had some insane armament, and we learned and made it a lot better with the F-14. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, when I will most likely be talking about either my weaponized Harrier or the weaponized P-51. So, see ya.